probably a dumb question actually, but do you think that it's mandatory to confess to a priest?
Well, if you believe that you can find accurate tradition preserved that came from the apostles that's not in the Bible, then yes, because if you go to the Didache or the Didache, some pronounce it, you'll find there that it talks about when you gather and before you take the Eucharist, you must confess your sins. So now, this is a first century document. The evidence shows that it's written in the first century. And that means it's written in the lifetime of the apostles to their churches. And this manual, has 16 chapters, tells you how to practice the faith. So there is something called orthopraxy and orthodoxy. Orthodoxy means sound teaching. Orthopraxy means sound living. So this is all about sound living, how to live. It tells you the sins to avoid, the virtues to cultivate. It tells you how to pray. In fact, if you go there and you read chapter 7, 8, it tells you how to baptize. You baptize in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, in running water. If there isn't running water, in a body of water. If you don't have a body of water, then you sprinkle 3 times. And it's got to be cold water. If not, then warm. And it tells you that you say the Lord's Prayer 3 times a day, chapter 8. And it tells you to fast Wednesdays and Fridays. So this tells you that the churches by the apostles, how they practice the life, the Christian life. And there you're told that when you come to present your sacrifice, take the Eucharist, you must confess your sins. Yeah. So if the evidence shows this is a first century document written in the time of the apostles to their churches, then this is an ancient practice sanctioned by the apostles. And there is implicit support for it in James 5, 13 and 16. Specifically 14 and 16, it says, for example, if you are sick because of sin, call the elders and confess your sin to one another, and they will anoint him with oil and pray, and the man who's sick because of sin shall be healed.
Yeah. I also heard in
got
addition
another
to
Mohammedan Stoicer, Complete Islam. He wants me to destroy. I think it's Ultimate Fart, but go ahead.
Do I get him on?
No. Don't worry. He's going to wait. It's Ultimate Fart. He wants attention because his wife doesn't give him attention. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your question? Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. So in addition to that, I've heard that, like, I'm not too sure if it's in early early documents or early tradition, how they used to confess in the presence of the whole congregation, and now it's only in front of the priest alone.
That's fine, because the priests are the leaders of the church, and if they determine it is better for you and for the health of the church that you confess it to them, because sometimes you can confess and scandalize other Christians, and sadly, human beings, we are very cold towards one another. So if I find out too many details about your life, I may resent you and have a very low view of you and harbor some hatred, and that will cause me to stumble in my heart before the Lord.
Yeah, that's true. So it's proper and appropriate to just confess in front of the priest alone, if anything.
And the priest, if they are true priests, men of God, they are sworn that they cannot reveal your sins till they die, or they'll be held accountable by God.
Yeah.